Hails and well met, and welcome to my dankest dungeon. I'm your host, Mally Nim, and today within these dank walls, we continue Season 3 of the Shadows Fall anthology entitled
Unlimited
Worlds
Unite.
Unlimited Worlds Unite is a TTRPG live play campaign that uses the Shadow of the Weird Wizard system. Shout out to Schwab Entertainment. With phenomenal Hero Forge models by Ruby and Rayner, as well as Eldritch Oblivion. Shout out to Hero Forge, and the most excellent in-game music and sound by Syrinscape. Shout out to Syrinscape. And if you're catching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment, I really appreciate it. Now let me turn it over to my players to introduce themselves and who they are playing today, starting with you, Simple.
Hi. I'm playing Chewsday, the pirate medic goblin with the water tradition. Just gonna water your plants when you're away.
Yes, mate. And hello, I am Twixie, and I shall be playing our wonderful little dark assassin, Kuro, who is totally not in two minds in our current states, being given back my beloved Donnie Specter Stanko Pop, but also knowing that my childhood bully is alive and well makes me kind of pissed, so yeah. Fingers crossed we do something about that.
G'day. My name is Sexy Grainer, a gaming gamer, and today I'll be playing Municipal Insurrection Neutralization Officer Tour Unit. He's a little robot. He's just a little guy. He's just a little robot guy with the Technomancy and Order traditions. And he's just a little guy, very small, very, very tiny, very powerful, very beautiful.
And I'm Ruby, the Lazy Goblin. I play Peeper. I cook for the group. That's it.
I am Eldritch Oblivion, and I play Clover Blossom, the sprite who can summon totally normal woodland creatures like a freaking Disney princess.
Excellent. All right, with the introductions out of the way, it's time for the recap.
On the last episode of Shadows Fall, Unlimited Worlds Unite, our party began our adventure in Starterra City. Within the church, we left off our heroes being engulfed in a blinding light before being transformed into our expert paths. With our new outfits donned and weapons sharp, the party returns to New Hope, where they are hailed for completing the tasks of the townsfolk and ridding the king of their blight. Our heroes, armed with their new resolve, make their next steps to freeing these lands from the Demon Lord's grasp. Using the orb, they are transported to a new realm, the Hidden Fey Academia, arriving in an overgrown room with a large principal and a tiny sprite. Principal Titania and Clover Blossom stood before our heroes as they appeared through the portal, and after some deliberation, decided to enroll them as students within the Hidden Fey Academia. Clover Blossom taking our heroes to their new classroom, as Kuro, me of course, reunites with their lost pal, Donnie Specter, I mean Dexter. He hands me my beloved Donnie Specter Stanko Pop as Clover Blossom and Dexter fill in our party on what has been missed. Learning that Brad has also been taken from my world, and the next competition between the rival schools looming, our gang comes up with plans on what events shall be hosted. Our session concluded with the party riding on Clover Blossom's incredibly fucked up thing, whatever it was, delivering some information to the sentient mushroom known as Midu, and being serenaded as we leave with the feces of life. And being rewarded with a ghost flame for our efforts, our party begins to summon Wisp, and that is where we continue our adventure.
right after the intro.
I sign to Wisp.
Oh.
What is up, my homeboy?
The flute is currently being played. And after the flute is played and Wisp is summoned, the five of you are greeted by the tatterdemalion Wisp as they bow and grab the mask and put it upon their face, and the eyes move upwards into an excited expression, and they sign the words greetings.
Oops, my predictive text was a bit too predictive.
You can also see the future?
Huh. Interesting.
They really do make these warbots very impressive, don't they?
Got to be ahead of your enemy.
But yes, hello again. Hello again, friend. We were very recently rewarded with an additional ghost flame. So you're wondering, what you might be able to do with it.
The excited expression narrows, and what you would assume if they had a mouthpiece on their mask, it would be a thin smile. And they begin to sign towards you, MINO-Taur, the translator. What doth thy desire?
What doth we desire, gang?
Do we desire
what-
something?
I wonder if he could give us a house.
A base of operation?
That would be convenient.
Yeah. And like with a good kitchen.
I wonder if he could
Ooh.
bring my Donnie Specter Stanko Pop to life.
You see Wisp nod in agreement to both propositions. Please continue, Clover.
At the same time, Donnie Specter's going to turn to our house and be alive?
Are you telling me that it couldn't do that before?
Well, no, it's an action figure, and I mean, as much as MINO-Taur's proposition lies, I would rather be inside Donnie Specter in another variety, but him being a house also sounds impressive.
Query. What did you mean by that?
I'll tell you when you're older.
I don't want to know.
Okay, yay.
They begin to sign back to you again, MINO-Taur, that they could. They sign base operations, yes. Figure, yes. any other figures you have?
I relay that to the group.
You still
Well, I
have
mean-
your little man.
I've got
Yeah, your
my
10-inch
12-inch mechanical man. It's 12 inches. It's 12 inches. Don't say it's 10 inches. It's 12 inches.
Okay, don't be so defensive about it.
You're just envious because your Donnie Specter is like only 4 inches.
The size doesn't matter, all right?
Are we
Matters.
still talking about figurines?
What else would we be talking about?
I'm scared.
Wisp,
But, well, I suppose these things are all nice, but is there anything that would be very helpful, particularly right now? Like, I mean, we do have the competitions coming up, so is there anything that could possibly work in our favor? Does anyone reckon?
Like a weapon of mass destruction?
Or performance enhancing drugs?
No, I don't think those would work. Back from my school days, I'm very sure that Brad, in fact, used those, so that would only put us on even ground.
What's better than enhancement?
Hmm.
Maybe a base would be cool. We could have used the base for training.
Oh, I like that.
That is, in fact, a very good idea. And it would be nice to have somewhere that we could, actually call home and whatnot here, because we kind of just have been sleeping in the woods and in random people's houses this entire time, so...
Yeah, and with an actual kitchen, what do you think I could cook up with? Like, it's been a while since the inn was nice, but like having my own kitchen would be really nice.
Yeah.
With
you
housing... Sorry, go ahead.
You could cook like toast with butter.
Yes, I could.
Oh, you could put some beans on that as well, and it would be the most delectable cuisine.
I love beans, actually.
But I'm not too sure, especially from where I was from, housing was particularly expensive, so I'm not too sure what one ghost flame would get us in this place.
You think they called him housing quite a lot in this world, to be fair, since it's all kind of fucked up for the demon, Maybe it's like cheap rent.
But the demon controls the rent.
Oh, fuck. I didn't think about that. Fuck.
The demon lord controls the rent.
If you accept my input on this, I think that for a group of you being and claiming to be the fabled heroes of destiny, I believe that a house like that would be very suiting for your future plans. And if you are also the fabled heroes of destiny, I am pretty sure that if you were to have to pay a fee to be able to maintain that, I'm pretty sure you could afford it.
I mean, it does also help that we have the transportation orb, so I suppose home would never be too far away.
Yeah, maybe the home could be transportable.
Portable house? You mean like
Yeah.
a tiny
On
home that we
wheels?
could deploy wherever? Or one that had like big chicken legs, maybe?
I don't know about the chicken legs, but yeah, maybe transportable would be good.
So long as Baba Yaga herself does not see you stealing her house. That would
Wait,
be bad.
I thought that was a nursery rhyme. Wait, you have Baba Yaga here?
You fool. You think that was a fable.
Yes, throughout this whole conversation, Wisp's eye mask holes have been going to different confused expressions, to agreeing at some points and nodding and just taking their clawed hand and quizzical looks as you're just going through all these options and different words and different meanings. And at the end of it all, Wisp will sign to you, MINO-Taur. Home. Mobile. Yes. Points at Donnie Specter and your 12-inch man and signs. Which one?
Well, this will be a hard choice, but I also relay that information to the group. But maybe if it was my 12-inch man, it would be bigger and you won't miss your Donnie.
Maybe if we find once we find another ghost flame, we could get the your Donnie 12-inch man and stuff.
I mean,
12-inch
I will never let Donnie away from my side again. So whether anything happens to him or nothing happens to him, I will always have him here. So I do believe a mobile home might be better suited.
Then I guess it's decided.
Agreed.
And now that I come to think of it, there is less risk of being caught training for the tournament if we do it in somewhere more private.
Exactly.
Like what
Maybe-
the biggest room?
Maybe the house could be bigger on the inside than it is the outside. I wonder if Wisp could do that.
Oh, like a bag of holding.
Exactly! House of Holding!
All right, Wisp will sign to you. Home, mobile, portable, bigger on the outside.
No,
No,
on the inside.
Bigger. Okay. They say scratch that. Bigger inside, but how big outside?
Hmm. Would it be possible to have it go to a small portable size, pocket size, and then expand to door size?
Yeah, like a door that we just plant somewhere and that will lead us to our house. I've heard of magic like that before.
And of course, the door big enough so the biggest guy in the group can go in.
Wisp nods.
If necessary, I could turn into a cube to fit.
You can turn into a cube?
Kind of. It's not a cube-shaped cube. It's more like, metaphorically, a cube.
That's deep.
I could do it now, but then I wouldn't be able to undo it. Someone else would have to do that.
Then maybe not now.
Wisp will sign. Can attempt something like requested. And points to your 12-inch man, MINO-Taur.
I'm the kind of guy who has to make the sacrifice, and so I shall bye-bye to my 12-inch man.
What?
And they request the ghost flame as well.
Oh, they could request both?
Yes.
I would cry if I had tears. Sob,
Aw.
sob, sob.
They motion their hand and then sign no tears. And their staff will begin to float as they put the mask back on the head of the staff and take the ghost flame if you offer.
Yeah.
And then enter it into the faceless part of their head under the hat. As it sinks down to their chest and glows a little, they take the mask back off their staff and put it on their face. And you see a look of content. And then they take their empty left hand, the bandage, and just wrap it around MINO-Taur's 12-inch man and pull it towards them. And as they do so, they take their claw as they unfurl the 12-inch man. They take their claw and sign a symbol below the key. And a numerical symbol appears, and they return the 12-inch man to you, MINO-Taur.
My boy. My 12-inch boy.
And then they sign to you the code to the symbol, the circular symbol on the back, the numbers 4663.
4663. I dial the numbers.
And as you do so, you spin the numbers until they revert back. And the symbols begin to glow, and your 12-inch man begins to grow to a 13-inch man.
Oh
14,
my God.
15, and continues to grow
It's getting so big. It's getting huge.
until it's about the size of a tree. And then it bends down and the legs curl upwards and then bend over as the torso bends to the side, and now the head is on the side of the torso, the arms outstretch and open the chest, which is about big enough for MINO-Taur to fit in, but within you see a great foyer of your description. As you can step within, you see from the outside, it is much larger within. Wisp bows.
Dude. You look huge.
Your 12-inch man gives you the thumbs up.
Well,
Wow.
Is certainly not what I expected to see today, but
This is so much cooler than I thought.
Imagine if you sacrificed your Stanko instead.
Yeah, that would have been horrible. It would have given me nightmares.
I cannot fathom it.
Let's go in. I run into the 12-inch mansion.
In we go. I follow.
Follow as well.
Nice. And as you enter, this is your description. You tell me, you can each describe an area of this mighty mansion within the 12-inch man. Wisp will disappear as you run into your new home.
MINO-Taur, tell us how does the first room look like with when we go in? Like, what do we see? Since it's your 12-inch man, I think you should describe the first room.
It's pink. It's grand, mechanical. There are these sort of white ceramic walls, pink carpeting, pink lighting, and this is just the foyer. Nothing too fancy or nothing too not too much. There's not too much stuff. It's just the area connecting all the other rooms of this place. But at the very end, there's like a workbench area, and just like a bit of flame, bit of heat from some sort of setup for creating tech. And besides that, it's simple, just a little area between areas for the other rooms.
And that's what you see as you enter. You're welcome to explore around, but it is your new mansion, so it is how you, the party, imagines it.
I go to the right room, and open the door, and like I wait for the others to also explore before I describe my room.
When the door opens, it doesn't just open like the handle goes like sci-fi.
Oh, that's weird.
What?
That's like what a normal door is like in my world.
Where did it go?
Away.
Vanished into the wall. Okay, I will go into what I hope is going to be the kitchen then, and the kitchen looks completely different from the foyer. It's more of a traditional tavern kitchen with like stone oak. There's lots and lots of spices like in shelves. There is a little loft actually that goes up where there's a little private corner with like a comfy bed and like a window that constantly shows a night sky at the moment, and like just a few other wooden furnitures like tables and like a small table with like chairs and a wardrobe. Yeah.
Now, I wasn't going to make you all like describe. I mean, that's up to you. If you have some ideas, throw them out, but
Me.
go for it.
I think a door. Is a door in the hallway. I guess I can't remember the correct word was used. The Chewsday opens it up, and inside it's like a mix of like it's like a library, but there's like a slow like walking forward of like left and right as if it's a ship in water. And it's got like it's like a personal library of like books and chairs, and outside outside the window, it looks like it's in the ocean, but it's not. But it is like a small creaking noise, as like if it is a ship in water. That's all I have. I just thought that would be cool. Thank you.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. And if you want, it can always feel like when you're in your section of y'all's mansion, it can always feel like it's on the waves.
I was thinking just simply in Chewsday section.
Yeah, exactly.
Magic.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I wasn't like didn't think I was making everything. It was just in the library. It was shaking motion. I'm sorry.
No, that's awesome. I love it.
And from the foyer, additionally, along with the other rooms, you see one towards the end. Kuro decides to walk up to it, and the doors open as it reveals a dark staircase down into what appears to be a basement. Kuro walking down to another set of doors. Those open to a near perfect recreation of Kuro's bedroom from home. Her fancy books written in another language. Her bed, very nice, puffy. Lights on the side, but something seems different. Where once she used to have a TV set, there appears to be a little glass container. Lights shooting up into it, and one above, empty. And as she enters the room, the glass door to it creaks open slightly as she knows what she must do. Taking the Donnie Specter Stanko Pop, she places it within this trophy cabinet and closes the door, seeing it in all of its glory. The window leading out to a perpetually dark night sky as she sits on her bed for a moment, admiring the visage of Donnie Specter.
And as you climb up, relax, and lay, looking into the form of the Donnie Specter Stanko Pop, there's a voice, Kuro. Is he really a hero?
Kuro shoots up for a moment from her bed, looking around. It's just for a moment, everything mostly pitch black except for the reflections and illuminations that the trophy stand provides. She waits there for a moment before relaxing slightly a little bit more. Is he? Of course he's a hero. Like, the greatest hero that has ever lived. She thinks to herself.
What is a hero?
The voice is startling me again, but instead, I sit there and lay as Kuro stands up for a moment, the question sitting in her head, turning towards the door again as she begins to leave, looking back at the Donnie Specter Stanko Pop, and just wondering what that voice might be.
And you all meet back up in the foyer, unless there's anything else you wish to do within the home.
We should have a guest room.
But a little bed in the corner would suffice just fine.
You want to have guests over?
I look directly at Clover Blossom.
I mean, I wouldn't say no if you accept me in.
I like go up to Pepper and it's just like, it's a bit weird for students to be inviting the teacher over to their house.
What? What?
isn't asking a fae to go into a room, into your house, like asking a vampire to enter a house? Is it like, I guess I don't know. What the fuck am I on about?
Don't compare me to those bloodsuckers, please. That is offensive.
Also,
I'm sorry.
Chewsday, we are literally fae ourselves.
We're like Kufe. We're the Kufe. No, look, my word is different. My word is different. My word, like, goblins on, like, we're fae, but we're not, like, fae, like, in the sense of, like, you know, in my world, Titania's, like, would kill us all and, like, have our, whip our guts out. I'm adjusting. I'm sorry.
You
Wow,
are
that
being
sounds
racist. I will not stand for racism in my house. In my very hall. It does not belong here. Take that outside. Outside.
Look, I'm sure it's...
Come in. I'm sure we will find a room for you if you want to.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm just not used to this concept of having people over.
I mean, if it makes you uncomfortable, I can just go on my merry way. I don't mind.
I mean, I guess we could have like a special room that if we ever have other guests, it could change to what they like as well. You know?
I think I saw one more door in here, actually.
Don't do that, because then Chewsday's gonna use that all the time for surgery.
Surgery?
No.
So get her started.
Well, if you say that the room can morph, maybe she can use that for surgery later on. And after all, you don't have to go in if you don't wish to. What is within those walls doesn't have to come out after all.
I swear to God, if we invite a mushroom over to our house and suddenly we just have a room full of shit, I'm going to lose it.
That won't happen.
Could you imagine?
I don't know if I am a mushroom in disguise, because I could be.
Are you?
Am I? I grin.
Are you? Answer the question! Answer the question!
Fucking
I refuse the
fae.
question.
But you can't.
Yes, I can.
No.
I refuse the question.
I'm going to shoot you. Are you a mushroom?
No violence in this house.
It's my house. I can be violent. No, I can't.
Clover Blossom, would you like in? Come on, I just grab like Clover's arm and just pull them through the door. That's like the equivalent of like picking a child and dragging them. Hey, I'm not that much taller than you. No, but it's a funny thought.
What does your room look like, Clover Blossom?
As the very futuristic door slides to the side, it opens to an interior that very much looks like a very verdant forest, where you can see that everything is covered in vines and moss. There is a tree in one of the corners. There is sunlight shining through the leaves, making it a very idyllic looking place. And there's a birdsong continuously sounding, very peaceful, very relaxing. In the tree, you see that there are some grown in mushrooms toadstool mushrooms that serve as some sort of staircase that lead to the tree's interior, where you can see a very small looking bedroom.
Wait. Why do this? It's just outside, but on the inside.
It's a holodeck. It can make anything.
And as you can see, there's also mushrooms in it. I grin very widely.
They are not real, are they?
I don't know. I don't know how this the magic within this particular place works. They could be real, they could be not. There's only one way to find out. Maybe in the middle of the night, when you least expect it, you may hear a very particular song carried by the wind through the walls.
I look at the mushrooms. If you're singing, I will eat you.
You hear little chuckles.
I turn around and leave the room there. Well, this is all cool and all, but shouldn't we do training or something?
Well, I'm perfect. I don't need training. Maybe you could train.
A heads up, you have not announced to Titania or anyone what you have decided for the second round to be.
Thank you, voice from the off.
Maybe we should go back to the
What
school
was
and
that
tell Titania.
That was
I
the
mean,
perfect
you guys
man.
Tell.
Yes, we should do that before there's any training. So,
Sorry, Chewsday.
It's okay. I mean, we could pick up Dexter, and he could train with us.
Oh, yes.
I'm sure getting Dexter to train will totally work out, and it will be totally fine.
hmm,
We need to.
so this begs the question: if you were originally going to use that Ghost Flame to acquire a video game, so MINO-Taur could work his magic and make one for our own, but you used that for this instead.
Oh,
What would it be in the end?
huh.
You know, in hindsight, I'm thinking maybe the video game idea might not have been so great.
Well, what else can we do? Has to be a battle of the wits, not of the brawn.
Well,
How
something we
about-
could train for in this holodeck, like something room themed.
Perhaps rooms full of riddles that you can only exit if you successfully solve them.
Oh, you mean like a
Like
you mean like
dungeon?
No, we had these things back in my world. They were very much like all the kids in my town used to love them. They were called escape rooms, I believe that they used to be called. They were really popular on the Electric Ocean, you know?
So, like a dungeon.
Room themed.
A one-room dungeon.
No, escape room. You're in a series of rooms, and you've got to escape.
So, like a dungeon.
Yeah, like a dungeon.
A dungeon you want to get to the center of to get a treat. Escape room, you just want to get out.
But some people get trapped in dungeons. Haven't you heard about a detention when you commit a crime? And you get thrown into the dungeon.
Or
Not detention.
And the
Or-
school
no.
really is strict.
or that one time where I was like with my previous group, and we kind of found like a room there were no escape of, and there was this devil actually like talking to us, and we had to all unanimously say that we want to go out, and then we had to make a deal and stuff, and it was really, really weird. Something like that, yeah.
That sounds like entrapment. It's something we are taught how to do when we become officers.
Our worlds are so different.
They sound... I guess there's unlimited of them.
Unlimited worlds?
And they unite.
United as one?
Uwu.
Huh.
What is it?
What?
Look at my pretty skirt. Twirl. Uwu, twirl.
I forgot you have the uniform. We should get uniforms too now.
Yeah, I've been in this for like an hour and nobody else joined in. I feel so alone.
Clover Blossom, can you lead us back to the academy and we could get some clothes?
Why, of course. Bird.
Bird.
Bzz. Exit the mansion.
And you follow the burb to the front doors of Yosei Academy, which are like two large leaves. And as you follow Burb Clover Blossom into the academy, you see the foyer open up before you. It looks like it's a living world inside the academy. You see rows of leaves that kind of move up and down in an escalator type pattern. There are vine elevators raising and lowering up to the circular interior of the school. In the center of this foyer, as you walk in, and you can look up and see all the halls that circle around. In the center of this foyer, Titania stands, reaching up and touching upon a large tree. This tree has the blooms of the colors of the school, a teal with a white interior. That's large trunk extends upwards, and you see the roots extending through the ground, through the floor of this forest floor-like ground of the academy. And as you enter within, Titania turns to you as she stops, takes her hand away from the tree. So, you're back. Have you finished what you needed to do? Have you decided on round 2 of the tournament? Time is ticking. You have until tomorrow, until the morning, to announce.
They,
No, you go ahead.
yes, after a very long and confusing deliberation of themes and possibilities, we thought that, given we have some intuitive information that Brad is not the brightest Specter in the chat. They decided that the best course of action would be to declare test of wits in the form of something that Kuro over here has dubbed escape room.
Oh. Interesting. A room that you must escape from.
Yeah, like a dungeon that you are trapped in.
Like a dungeon, yes, that's what it sounds like. Well, we can go ahead and announce this. You have until tomorrow. I can call for the referee to join us today, and we can announce it now. That way she can relay the information to the other team. But you notice that the tree has a little bit of a quiver to it. The vine elevators are kind of slowing down, and the leafy escalators kind of slow down and stop moving, and Titania turns back to the tree. Our verdant bloom. They are sad. Or afraid. Something's wrong. I feel life draining. Sorry. I did not mean to disturb you with my thoughts. So, a room to escape from, correct?
Yes, a room to escape from.
A room. So, and as you are having that conversation, entering behind you, coincidentally, you see a hag, a green-skinned old lady with glasses upon her nose bridge, a broken antler and a full-size elk antler. Her hair's a deep green pulled back. She wears the old robes of a granny as she...
Did I hear someone say something about round 2?
She takes out her book, flips the page.
Are we ready to announce what shall be done?
Yes, we are very much ready.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
something about a room to escape from. Please tell them more.
Yes, Kuro, you're the one that seems to be more knowledgeable about this, so please enlighten our good friend Gretchen Gangrel here, please.
Okay, well, from my world, they were very, very popular, and essentially it is the group of people is placed into one room, and the goal is to escape from the series of rooms. There's usually either puzzles or things in the way to prevent your escape. There's usually a couple in the way, so that's the general gist of it, I suppose.
So kind of like a dungeon.
Kind of like a dungeon.
That's what I said.
Okay. Let's see. I think I got the gist of it. So, an escape room here, yes. A room to escape from, a series of rooms. Yeah. We'll come up with something. So, 2 days have already passed since the last round, so there's always the week to prepare. You can take the full week if you wish, but you can declare the tournament start from now and 5 days from now you have left. So when would you like this to take place? How much preparation time do you wish to have, and to give your other team as well?
There are a few things we would like to do before the tournament in preparation, so it might be a bit.
Well, tell me now. Haven't got all day.
Maybe 2 days.
Much
Certainly
time
sounds good.
As much time as you think learning and training for escape room would.
I've
be
been in
beneficial
dungeons
for all of us.
before. It can't be that hard.
So, 2 morrows from now, the tournament shall take place.
And Kuro seems to know a lot about these rooms, so we have this in the bag.
Well, I shall relay the information to Akuma Academy, and you shall meet at the Coliseum 2 morrows from today.
Tomorrow from today.
Tomorrows.
Tomorrows.
Tomorrow from today.
Sounds good. We'll be seeing you. Be sure to wear your uniforms, and you will be introduced. So, if you have any cool poses or something you crazy kids wish to do, just be ready for them.
Every pose I do is cool. Don't worry about it.
All right, 2 morrows from today.
They will bow and exit the academy.
Shit, guys, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do, guys?
You mean like pose-wise?
No, every pose I do is cool. I've established this. I mean, 2 days, 2 morrows, tomorrow. It's happening tomorrow. That's so soon.
Oh no!
Wait, what? I thought 2
No,
days.
it's not. No, it's not happening tomorrow. It's happening in 2 days. She's just a.
Why does she
little
lie?
woman.
Why does she lie?
She's not lying. She's just speaking ancient language.
Is it one of those fey things you do where you speak in double or triple or quadruple speak?
Yes. And sometimes quintuple.
I swear
I've
these
never-
Fae will be the end of me.
I've never heard this word before.
We should have a cool name. So when we enter, you know how they call like the good time boys. we should come up with a little name.
I thought
Bad time girls.
Heroes of Destiny.
Yes.
We are
I'm
the
up-
bad time
I'm up-
girls.
I'm up for the bad time girls. We need to intimidate these.
You know what? Bad Time Girl sounds fantastic. Let's do that.
Okay.
You know what? I am not against that.
Let's go. But
So
also,
how do we prepare?
well, with the 12-inch mansion, we could generate practice rooms to practicing rooms.
A
Do you-
practice room.
Do you think that you could use the knowledge of that video game you were making before to do something like that?
No, because the video game was absolutely non-room themed. It was moo themed, the opposite of room. Moo.
More.
What?
Yeah, it was more themed. That's how you pronounce it. More. that word is just so close to another word in my database that makes me make a different sound. It was a more-based fighting game, but we won't be doing a more-based fighting game. We're doing a room-based rooming game.
More in common. That's actually a goblin word. It's a swamp.
A more in language known as English on my world. It means like sort of a grassy, hilly, bushy, rocky, foggy, kind of lame area.
What are you yapping about?
I think
This is hurting my head.
I know. What are you all yapping about? You said it for 2 days. And Clover Blossom, you are the teacher of Class 1C, so you will be in charge of this, of whatever preparation you need to do, but I think you shouldn't tarry here trying to argue about the words of different worlds.
You are right, Mr. Titania. Apologies.
Can I ask a question, headmistress?
Oh, please go ahead, Student Pepper Spice.
What do you know about different worlds?
I don't know too much about the worlds other than the one I belong to here, and the hidden kingdom that we created. The only other world I knew about that before you came along is Clover Blossom, and their world, and their Feywild, and what they described to me, and what troubles them, and why they were banished here.
Chewsday says you are very, very mean in their world.
Wait, is a Titania in your world?
Yeah, in my world, you're like not a school teacher, headmistress. You're like I assume you're still the queen of the Fae, right? Fairy queen.
Oh, we did away with those.
And you were tricked by the Goblin King, right?
What?
And you bounced him.
No. Before the world broke apart, and me and the Goblin King, we used to have brunch on Sundays.
As disturbing.
What do you mean? I think it's sweet.
It's disturbing in an uncanny, like, this doesn't feel right way. Not in a, it's disturbing because it's disturbing, but more in a, I feel uncomfortable. I'm slightly scared that you're going to kill me every time you speak.
She gasped. Oh, well, I'm so sorry for this other version of me, Chewsday, that treated you so wrongly. Somebody needs a hug. She floats down to you and actually shrinks down to your size and goes in to embrace you, Chewsday.
Chewsday, that's what happened. Like, this is weirdly comforting.
She rubs your back. Oh, there, Chewsday. I'm so sorry.
Thank you. You know, I kind of needed a hug. Like, I haven't mentioned it, but like, I'm like grieving, and I'm like, it's sort of crying.
Oh, there, Chewsday, there. Titania looks to Pepper and Kuro and MINO-Taur.
I join for a hug.
MINO-Taur just stares.
Kuro just like kind of awkwardly watches this group hug happening and just sort of like walks over and puts like a hand on Chewsday's back as well, just like giving it like light pets as she's like at full arm's length.
You know, like, I like loved him, and I know how many. That's cool.
Words, Chewsday. Use words.
I miss my husband. I miss him a lot.
You got a husband?
I mean, not anymore. Sort of got him. No, I had a husband before. I mean, husband, boyfriend. Relationship was complicated. We were in a relationship. I was in a relationship before he died. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How I lost my eye. You know. Yeah.
Did
okay now.
him taking your eye make you fall in love with him?
He didn't take my eye. It was like it was his dead body.
She said his dead body took your eye.
I meant as like I don't know what I meant. I kind of don't want to talk about my dead husband.
You don't have to. Don't worry. And I give MINO-Taur a very, very like evil look, like, you know, like squinting eye, like cut it off, basically.
I don't understand facial expressions.
Just shut
I
up.
don't say it out loud, but
Titania will stop the embrace. There, Chewsday, there. Again, apologies for other me, but I'm glad you are here. Now please, save us.
Save you? I mean, yeah, we will try.
We're gonna save this world and you. Just nods.
She swirls in the air and grows back to normal size. Thank you. I knew there was something about you all. Something destined. So now, players, what do you wish to do?
Training montage.
Hell yeah.
Training montage. Let's go.
We need a quiet rep the school uniform. When training montage. Yeah.
You can show off the drip. You can do the drip during the montage as well. But Clover Blossom, you can start us off with this training montage. Please, since you are the teacher of Class 1C, how do you get your students started?
So, first of all, I bring them all to get their respective uniforms. And as they do, and I leave them to try their sizes and everything, I take a little trip to the library, and I start searching for books on riddles and puzzles and fables that talk about these things, and I start just going through them as fast as possible to get some inspirations and come up with different puzzles and riddles that we could use for what they described. And once I'm done with that research, I go back to the group, and I say, "Alrighty, my new students, we are going to need if it's possible, that that magical room. We could recreate something that could help us train to escape it. I've got a couple of riddles and a couple of puzzles that I think would be up to your particular levels of knowledge, and perhaps you can work together to escape it. So, how about we do this, and we see a couple of scenes of Clover Blossom going around that space and preparing a couple of things in it, being like boxes with padlocks, hiding keys in places, putting out there some ominous looking riddles on the walls, and just preparing the space with a lot of things that they will have to solve if they want to exit.
And we have that scene. We have you, Clover Blossom, dropping off the players to be fitted, dropping off the characters to be fitted, and you exit, going to the library. We see the montage, you looking over all the books and returning. And as you are describing everything that you plan to do for the teaching, we have scenes of you, Chewsday, Kuro, MINO-Taur, and Pepper being measured and sized for your outfits. You had yours already, MINO-Taur, but they're just making sure the adjustments are right for the fitting. And we have those scenes of you changing clothes intersected between the training montage. We have the clothes changing montage, but your outfits are never fully shown during this montage. And then we go back to you, Chewsday. You can describe, like, if you wish, during this montage, what does it look like while you're training?
Oh, Tuesday's training, she has a grimoire opened up and recounting spells, taking notes on magic and all sorts. She's a wizard. That's it. I'm sorry if you wanted more.
And then Kuro, what does your training montage look like?
You see as the camera zooms in to almost like you would see in a movie scene, Kuro is sitting there, 2 sticks of incense burning as she's holding herself in a meditative pose, as she slowly moves her hands, going into a shot of what she is imagining as she's imagining herself within the room, going through, finding certain things, seeing riddles on the walls, keys in hidden places, a grin on her face. She's all imagining this within her mind, just mentally preparing.
And MINO-Taur.
MINO-Taur is going through the puzzles Clover Blossom has set up, but going through them not the expected way, brute forcing them as a computer would do. Combination lock padlocks, going through, 0001, 0002, 0003. He's going through every single combination until he gets the right one. Just going through every single puzzle in a computery way, but also over the course of these 2 days during the training montage, it switches to this other training montage where MINO-Taur and Chewsday snuck off to get Dexter to train Dexter. And we're training him to, in a completely unrelated way, instead of training him to be intelligent, because he's already got intelligent, we're training him to be tough. We're taking him to the gym. We're having him work out. He's not very good at working out. We're spotting. We're doing most of the lifting for him. We're like getting him to try on masculine clothing, and we sort of get him wearing clothes similar to Donnie Specter. We get him to style his hair a different way in this training montage. Tell him, she will love it. She's gonna love it. And then it switches back to the training montage with Clover Blossom's training. Just smashing a box. Don't forget about the padlock. And it's just switching between these two separate training montages as they go along.
You see as a little shots of Clover Blossom bringing his hands to his head as he sees MINO-Taur brute forcing his way through the very calculated and well-timed puzzles he prepared.
Meanwhile, every now and then you see, like, within the montage, you don't really see, like, Pepper doing anything in the room, except for, like, letting the others do something. But, like, every now and then, you see that Pepper brings out, like, some food, some sandwiches and stuff for all to eat, like, for a break and stuff, because training is exhausting. And like, as I give out these sandwiches, every time you see, like, little snippets of scenes where I use the kitchen, cook up, like, sauces for these sandwiches, and cut up the lettuce, and bake fresh bread and stuff. Yeah, that's my preparation for the escape room.
Nice. And we see that, and we see the shots of you all changing clothes in between these training shots. And then we end where we started, with Clover Blossom returning to you all after you researched a little. Clover, you return to the group and you're starting to tell them the plan of what you're gonna do. And then you pause in the middle as you're just talking to 4 dressing room doors. And you pause in the middle, and we see first Chewsday exiting from the dressing room door in their new school uniform. Green, tealish skirt, shoulder pads, and a white witch's hat, boots and gloves. And then we switch.
I look like a dweeb.
You look like a what?
I look like a dog.
Yeah.
That's because this is why I hate Scoo. Shut the fuck up.
And then the next dork to appear is Kuro in their new school uniform.
At least they made one that came in black.
Like Chewsdays, but the white is black, but still the green skirt and shoulder pads. And then we see once again MINO-Taur exiting. Same uniform, just better fitting with the skirt and shoulder pads. And finally, Pepper. We see you. How does it look when you exit, Pepper?
I didn't want to wear a skirt, so you see me, like, coming out, like, fully dressed in black with a little green bow, like, bow tie, and I don't know, I just look down on myself and just, this feels weird.
But now, you are all full-fledged students of the Hidden Fae Academia. Look at all of you. You look fantastic.
Dude, MINO-Taur
Am
is
I
so
pretty?
huge.
You're pretty, MINO-Taur.
Thank you. 12.
I suppose this isn't too out of the ordinary. This is better than my own school uniform, so...
This is actually very akin to the school uniforms in my country, in my world.
And we see that.
Why do schools have uniforms? In your
So,
world?
if there are any students that slack off, we can catch them. Or if we go into some places to visit, we can identify them if they get lost.
Well, unfortunately, Pepper, in future terms and other things like that, schools often like to remove any individuality from their students, often deciding to, dress them in a regular form of attire, therefore eliminating any standards between students and possible richer families, but also as to keep us homogenous and to make sure that we don't go off on a deviated path from what the school desires.
Damn.
I look at Kuro and like, wow, this sounds really bad and good at the same time.
I mean, seen from that perspective, yes, it is bad. From the school's perspective, so at the very least, think here, well, given the state of how the tournament ended, and any possible creatures that could be lurking around, it would be better to, identify if a student that has been recovered somewhere deep in the woods can be identified from one school or another, don't you think?
I can see that, but also, I can also see why school sucks. Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Oh yeah.
So, players.
Yeah. All right. Let's get going. I can't wait to get out of this again.
So, yes, after the montage, after the training, before we switch to the day of the tournament, just a last check. Anything else you all wish to do?
There were the students that were injured, right? In like the infirmary or something.
Correct.
I wonder, Chewsday. I wonder if any of those students are in need of surgery.
Yes, let's check. We should check before this torment thing.
Yeah, in case we die and they won't have anyone to do surgery on them if we are dead.
Yeah. Let's go check. After we should check up on Dexter for a secret plan.
Yeah, see if he's ready.
See if he's ready.
I would lead them to the infirmary.
And the infirmary is full. Every bed of leaf beds is all occupied with fae of different shapes and sizes, changelings, marrows, hags. There's even a unicorn that has been injured in the first round of the tournament. Though you will be able to help a few out Chewsday. You only gave yourself 2 days, so in between the training montage, in between the Dexter training montage, you can see to a few patients and get their healing started.
Pick. Chewsday does those. He goes up to one of them like, I'm gonna heal you. I'm gonna fix you up.
It hurts so bad.
Let me examine you quickly. Make sure you have no internal bleeding.
Oh yeah. No role required with your medic background, unless you want to find something extra dangerous. A cursory glance seems like you could probably heal up most of these injured fae.
We're gonna have to amputate the middle. I'm sorry.
No, not the middle.
Yeah. the middle. Yeah. You should puts a hand just like uses light healing. There you go. There you go.
You do that. You use your alteration magic of light healing. You see this one individual fae, a elven man. You see his torso start to shrink as you heal him, but the bandages fall off as you see all the wounds, the burns, and scars start to heal. You see his torso shrink down just a little bit. I feel better, but my middle. Oh!
We're going to amputate it.
It's gone. You're healing. Remove the middle.
Oh, fuck. Let's get the fuck out.
I can't believe he got top surgery, and he's just up now.
Note to myself: never get healed from Chewsday.
I swear it was good. So what happened was, before we had the curse, I didn't realize that the curse. I'm not good at checking curses. I'm good at checking like surgery marks. You know, give them. Like, don't. You know, I'm not expecting a tip, but if you feel like my services were good.
What? The tip?
They will reach into to their side table and open a drawer and pull out a pouch of 10 gold coins and toss it to you. I mean, I guess I can live without my middle.
Don't worry, you can still go far in life. Oh yeah, MINO-Taur, we should go see Dexter quickly before the start.
Oh, yes. See if he has been keeping up the regiment.
You...
Wait, what was that about Dexter?
Nothing.
Let's go.
Hey, what are you guys doing with Dexter, huh?
Nothing.
Why don't you stay here and we bring him back and it'd be an amazing surprise.
Oh, I just didn't know you guys were so close. Dexter's usually not the kind of person to...
We're stealing your best friend. We're stealing your boyfriend.
It's as if he is my boyfriend.
You'll see.
Now you've got me terrified and intrigued.
I didn't say that. Bye.
You two go to check on Dexter. So we have the montage, right? We have the clothes changing montage into training, back into clothes changing, clothes reveal. We also have the scene of MINO-Taur and Chewsday, or just Chewsday, in the infirmary with Clover, doing some healing magic and removing the middle. And then at the end of the montage, before you leave to go to the Coliseum, Chewsday and MINO-Taur run in to check on Dexter. We don't have a model for it. You didn't inform me this was going to happen, or you just came up with it now, but we see Dexter in spandex with his hair parted like Donnie Specter, dyed black with a white streak of his natural white hair kept in.
How do I look?
Killer. Looking super, my man.
Dude, you look huge.
Thanks. Donnie doesn't wear glasses,
So he takes off his glasses and they disappear, and he starts squinting.
okay. Where's Kuro?
Oh, you're gonna meet her now in a second.
Yeah, just taking you to her now. She's gonna love this.
Okay, you get him like, I'm gonna go up to him, and I'm gonna use my ability, effective disguise, effective disguise, it goes. You can use an action to alter a creature's appearance. Target one creature in reach. You touch the target and change as much or little of the target's physical appearance as you like. You can adjust the target's height and weight within the limits of its size. Change color, apparent ancestry, and any other detail. But not objects or items. And she's gonna go up and she's gonna use this ability to make his head look like the stank-up pop of Donnie Specter.
Oh my gosh. And I did not have...
We got the mini for that.
Yeah, I did not have Donnie Specter prepared.
In
Oh
every
my
single
gosh.
shot of these montages, there's gonna Blossom face palming the entire time.
I think she's gonna like this.
Oh yeah, she really loves that giant's head that he has. Like, dude, it looks so huge.
It's huge.
Wow, it's like he's behind the curtain right now. Oh,
Oh, I forgot. I'm terrible at this. So,
there he
yeah.
is.
So instead of Dexter, we see a large-headed version of Donnie Specter. Luckily, you had Dexter in the spandex, right, already, so his body kind of morphs and his head grows large and he starts to wobble a bit as he runs around the corner in these halls of the school. As he runs out, his head tilted backwards as he's running, and then he stops before you, Kuro. You see that coming. Donnie Specter.
Kuro! How do I look?
Kuro turns around and she is sort of like, "Oh, Dexter, what? Huh?" She just sees this visage of Donnie Specter running towards her. She's just like, Donnie Specter? Is that you?
Yeah, it's me, Donnie Specter.
Giving him a thumbs up from around the corner when he looks back.
Is this... I'm sure this has to be some kind of prank. Wait, like Kuro like sort of turns around, like her thumb and her finger out as she's like sort of like putting it on her chin as she's thinking. She's like, surely this has to be a prank. There is no way. This has to be Brad. They have to have known that she's here somehow. He's planned this prank, and there's no way that a visage of Donnie Specter is here. After all, he doesn't normally have that big square head, so there's no way that they would know that little detail only from seeing the Stanko pop.
I'm here to cheer you on today.
Oh, I see. You must be the new cheerleader then that the school must have provided. I suppose they chose a visage of somebody that might inspire us. Yes, I see.
Oh god, Chewsday, the plan isn't going according to plan. We gotta save it. Come out. Holy shit, it's the real Donnie Specter, all the way from your universe. We called him in and he came. Holy shit, he really is that super.
Whoa.
Oh, that's okay. So it was you guys who pulled it. Okay.
He is truly real.
Wait,
oh my
so he really has a
gosh.
square head?
No,
Of
he
course.
doesn't have a square head.
Wait, what? Chewsday.
He's a regular human. This was just the style of the figurine that I got. Anyway, I thought you guys said that you were going to get Dexter. Where is he? I've been meaning to talk to him for a bit.
Whisper to Chewsday. Chewsday, fix the head.
Holy fuck. Cool, look around.
Oh,
Behind you.
Oh, is that where Dexter is?
Yeah, he's behind you.
Kuro turns for a moment.
Quickly, turns off her effective disguise ability, and his head just comes back to normal.
And
Yes,
Dexter,
we'll
he
notice.
returns as Dexter or what?
Yeah, he turns
The
back to
disguise
Dexter.
we put on him, the physical disguise.
Yeah. And as
Kuro-
you turn back around, Kuro, you see Dexter in spandex.
Oh, Dexter, there you are. Wait, why are you wearing the spandex? Were you just dressed as Donnie Specter?
Did you like
Isn't he
it?
handsome?
I mean, dude, you look huge.
She liked it. She really liked it.
Hell yeah! Give him a high five.
He
Well, I
puffs
thought
out
it was
his
a bit.
chest.
I thought it was a bit creepy at first. So she like walks over to like look him up and down in spandex. It's very clear that not too much has actually changed about his body in this short period of time. She gives him like a poke, and she's just like, "You could definitely still use some work, but you're on the path. Just don't ever do that again, please."
Yes, but never again. And I am here to cheer for you. I'll be cheering for you today, Kuro.
Wait, you're our cheerleader?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome! Sort of like the camera zooms into like the top of her forehead like a dramatic monologue as she's just like, oh god, this is going to go awful. Why have the school decided this? Surely there has to be more students who are better suited for this. Why is Dexter gonna be this?
And
He looks very happy.
We did such a good job.
I'm somewhere in the background, just slurping on a slushy.
I'm next to her, just enjoying the the spectacle.
And then, right before we go to commercial break, we end the scene with the 5 of you walking out of the doors of Yosei Academy, slow-mo style, in cool poses, as Dexter stumbles out behind you and runs to keep up, and then stands beside Kuro and walks slowly with her in this slow-mo walking away from the university scene. And then we shall go to commercial. And we're back.
Yay!
Yippee!
My god, I'm back.
And yeah, that's what we saw. The 4 of you slow-mo walking out of the academy with your friend Dexter following behind, catching up with Kuro. In their new Donnie Specter outfit.
I almost choked on my water.
Oh my fucking god.
Wow.
Does he look?
You could have just
strong?
given him an unreasonably large bulge for no reason. Just
looks huge.
because.
That would take hours of work.
And
From my
the-
experience, it only takes 5 minutes.
Oh, no credit towards me. I yes, I did the Dexter model, but I sent it to Raina, and Raina because Raina had the Donnie Stanko pop thing, so I thought it would be easier for him to combine it.
About powers combined.
Yeah,
they created Donnie Dexter.
Donnie Dexter.
Unlimited powers unite.
Yeah.
Y'all freaking rock. That's so cool. So, after the commercial break, we return. We switch scenes. You are at the Coliseum waiting to be announced. You have your team's locker rooms that you had already gone to, got all your changing, put anything away you needed to, you know, all that off screen. But we open up with a scene change, and you hear the sound of cheers and applause as you are waiting to be announced, knowing that the winners of the last tournament will be announced first. You hear the cheers, and you can peek around the corner. You see what looks like an American football field with a podium set up in the center front and an Fey individual sitting on top. And they stand and they quiet the crowd, and they say, for the second round of the Great Fey Tournament, tournament number 10, introducing your winners from the first round, Brad and the Good Time Boys. And the crowd goes wild as, running out from the other side of the arena, you see a cat man, blue furred, stripes, wearing their university outfit. They dart to the left. They dart to the right. They dart to the left again. And then they do a dab and then look up from the dab. Introducing Turbo! And then he looks up and says, I'm fast as fuck, boy. Then, next up, running from their entryway, you see a large elf man with thick muscles, wearing only their uniform shorts and shoes, dark skin, big muscled elf man runs out. They flex to the left, they flex to the right, they flex down below, and then they run up. Introducing Flex! I'm the huge one here, bruh. Then, next up, running out. They run out. You see a fawn man in their uniform with light skin and brown fur. They're holding something in their arm. It's like a black and white ball, and they begin coming out from their area on one hoof and begun spinning like a kick, and they drop the ball as they spin, and you see them kick it in a motion, and the ball flies towards the center of the arena and stops as this transparent but iridescent field stops the ball as it spins in the air and then explodes. Then next up, running out from the area, you see a pumpkin-headed fey creature, and they run out, and they're giving the pointer fingers to the crowd. They're giving the pointer fingers to the opposing side, and they're just going back and forth pointing, and then they end mewing towards the camera with their fingers to their jack-o'-lantern face. It's quite weird looking, actually. And then they announced, I forgot to announce Kicker and Jacko, but Kicker was announced, Jacko is announced, and finally, the captain of the team. You see, coming from the darkness, head lowered down, full Letterman jacket, university clothes, head down, tossing what looks like an American football back and forth. They kind of turn to the left, turn to the right with their head down, and then they spin around like they're dodging a tackle. And as they look up, you see their hair, long blonde hair, swooped up, and then their title drops. And we see Brad coming to the fore. Introducing the team captain, Brad. All right, it's time, bros. We gotta take these nerds out. Save those Fae. Yeah, boss. Those are the ones that they're the reason that our tree is dying. Yeah, the pumpkin says. Never since they arrived, our tree's been dying, and they've stolen our students. They have them trapped. Yeah, well, today is the day that we end this all. All right, everyone, calm down, calm down. Up next, we have the Yosei Academy team. Chewsday, you're up first.
Wait, what?
How do you look? How do you look, Chewsday, when you're introduced and you come out of the side?
Shit, sorry. Yeah, Tuesday walks out and does a fuck. I'm fucking awful today. Bows down, takes her hat off and bows down, and just has a little bit of a smile and does a pose like the one image, but he's in a bowing down, getting ready to pose with everyone else. I assume we're doing a power, we just pose like last time.
And next up, Kuro.
Kuro, arms stretched out behind her, runs onto the field. She does a quick spin before doing a flip to the side. But in that moment, she sees the camera zooms into her perspective upside down as it zooms into Brad's face as he looks towards her, doing the stereotypical neck crick to the side before she falls flat on her face straight down at the sight of him before picking herself back up and quickly and awkwardly running over to Chewsday's side as she looks just a little bit shaken.
Next one, foreign exchange student, municipal insurrection neutralization officer Taur unit.
For a moment, the camera is expecting him to come out from exit or something, but it looks to the left, looks to the right, then turns around. MINO-Taur's right behind the camera, and then he runs forward, follows from underneath him, and he joins the group, and he slides in, and he does a Samus arrow with his arm cannon, just firing off at something, probably maybe accidentally hurting somebody, and then looks at the camera.
next up, Pepper Spice.
You see like flames coming out of the entrance, actually, together with like spices, like pepper and stuff, but like, you know, salt and pepper, not pepper. And I jump into these flames and I come out of them and I'm like sliding on the ground, and then like look around and like as if I'm waiting for like somebody tells me, hey, that was cool or something, and then like, but like I couldn't even hear it, so I'm just standing up again, like a little bit awkwardly, and yeah, and like I because I slided a little bit too far, I go back to the others, like and then like do a thumbs up pose.
And their teacher, Clover Blossom.
The camera tries to follow a little hummingbird that is flying around. It turns to the side. The hummingbird is gone. Turns to the other side. It is almost very close to the camera. So much so that the lens is blurring a little bit, and then it zooms out, and the little hummingbird does a twirl in the air, lifting and throwing up a little rat to the air as the hummingbird morphs into the usual shape of Clover Blossom that lands in front of the group, as tiny as he is, and he lifts his hand, and Beanie the rat lands on it, almost making him tumble a little bit to the side, but he maintains a little bit of an epic pose, trying to save that little mishap at the last moment. And grins.
Beautiful, beautiful. And then we have a shot of the five of you, the five of them, a side shot, giving menacing looks to each other. As the camera pans back, you see the individual that was on the podium exit as the hag you met, Gretchen, takes to the podium.
I can see it now. Holy
There we
shit.
go.
Holy shit, it's huge.
Holy fuck, that looks huge, dude.
Oh, this is so cool.
I love it.
Where the fuck are our fans? Why we got nobody?
Well, I was gonna have Dexter, but he's got a new look. I didn't get a Dexter token.
Dexter left us. Fuck that guy.
He's like
Next, the
peeking out
token
from
coming
around
up.
this. He's meant to be our cheerleader, but he's like peeking out around the sides, trying to make sure like his spandex isn't showing anything it shouldn't.
I love the Minecraft football field here.
Look, right, Dungeon Alchemist doesn't do round.
Hey, we gotta work with what we can. Like I know how it is to be working limited,
Well, we'll have to work unlimited.
unlimited.
Unlimited. Yeah, so after your introductions, you hear,
Yeah, go Kuro!
and you see from the stands there is an elven man missing his middle, and Dexter in spandex cheering for you all.
Let's go, heroes!
And then
Kuro visibly like face palms on the field. She's just sort of just like, I'm not with this guy.
the hag Gretchen takes to the stand.
So, round 2 has been decided. You will be placed into rooms, and you will need to escape said rooms. That's
Oh my
I got
God.
it right?
What? What's this? Yeah, That's what they agreed on. We got this right, boys. Oh, yeah, sure, Brad. We will win this with the quickness, says Turbo.
We can kick their asses,
Kicker says. Brad looks over to you. I don't know. That dude looks huge. And then Flex says, bruh, that's what you said to me. I know, brah, but look at that, brah. It's huge.
I yell over, don't worry, brah, you look huge too.
The elf man looks at you. Ja, brah, thanks.
Ja, brah.
MINO-Taur, we're not supposed to be enticing the enemy like this.
But they are
We're supposed to tell them
charming.
they look tiny. Demoralize them.
But that's rude.
Where's your muscles, bud?
Okay, well, let us see if I got this right. Escape room, okay. Well, let round 2 begin.
She says as the iridescent wall turns black and then envelops the left side of the field. And as it finishes, you are all surrounded by darkened walls that for a moment are illuminated by torches. And allow me to get things set up real quick, because I need to give you all your correct visions and everything before I share this.
So this is the part that we will cut out of the YouTube video. So let's say anything, actually.
I want to fuck the blue cat.
God damn. I'm sure your 12-inch man's cut out for that. I'll also have you...
I have a feeling that it's not a good match. It would end up very quickly.
I mean, you know, they say they go fast, so...
Is it wrong for a man to dream?
Alright, it is shared. Is it seen?
I'm glad that
I
you
see myself.
Yes.
I'm glad that you
Yeah.
reshared it, because I accidentally made Dexter full screen for a moment, and it destroyed whatever previous map I had.
Dexter moment.
Dude.
Whoa.
So you can
And
see the 2 lights on the wall, correct? The 2 torches.
oh yes.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, no moving yet, Pepper.
Oh, okay.
I'm still in describe mode, you know, just get all the maps set up
Yeah,
and everything.
yeah.
So where were we? Ah, yes, as the darkness envelops around you, and you see for a moment a room. Darkness stretches across it, but 2 torches on either side of the room. From here, you can see murals on the wall lit up by the torches. Individuals in praise to the sun on the ground before you. Especially my players with dark vision, you can see mosaics of death and darkness on the floors before you. And as you take it all in, as the lights flicker, showing you your room for a moment, the lights go out. And then within the darkness, we focus on Kuro's face, mask, the eyes behind the mask. We flash back to the scene where you were on the ground talking with Brad, and they told you were nothing but a villain. And we return to that scene, Brad leaving the room, the lights from the hallway showing his silhouette as he gets to the door. We see a hand reach to the light switch. Where you belong. And he flicks it off. And it's you in the darkness, like that time, once more, being called a villain, Kuro. You hear a whisper, the same one you heard in your room.
What is a villain?
Within the room, you can hear Kuro just gritting her teeth slightly, the rub against each other as she's set in her mind, as she's thinking for a moment. Are these voices, they've got to be in her head, right? There's nowhere else that they could be. This must be something of the moment, that's all. Can't be anything more.
And as you say that, begin to pick yourself up off the ground, looking into the direction that Brad left.
Just a hero that will do whatever it takes. A villain will do whatever it takes at any cost. A hero will do whatever it takes at any cost.
And then the lights flash back on, and the four of you, not MINO-Taur, in the darkness, you kind of see it, MINO-Taur, but the four of you all notice that your shadows are gone. You cast no shadow currently, but you all hear a voice saying,
Your shadows are mine.
Give it back.
Kuro is sort of standing there, not particularly paying much attention to what is happening and the finer details. She's still mulling over the questions in her mind.
Is this a hint?
I walk over to the closest source of light.
There, you should be able to move yourself now.
Oh, there we go.
And you do so, Clover Blossom. You move towards the light. You do not see your shadow reflecting at all. But as you get into the light, you can see the mosaics more clearly. You see the ground, the skulls, the bone motif, the darkness, the shadows you see on the walls. You see individuals prostrating, praising, arms stretched wide, praising the light.
I take a good look at those figures, study them for a moment. I put I make Vinbini hang on my head. I look up and take a deep breath. I stretch my body. I put on my arms and I strike literally praise the sun pose in front of the light.
Give me an intellect roll with a bane.
Okay. How do I roll with a bane?
Just go ahead and roll once and then we will minus a d6 to it.
But it's...
I don't know, it looks like Fantasy Grounds has a lot of errors here. Oh.
It doesn't, I don't need to put roll a bane here.
You do not notice, but Pepper, go ahead and give me one as well, an intellect roll. No bane needed, no, because reasons. So, Pepper Spice, you notice as Clover goes up towards the flame and strikes the pose, you see a shadow, your shadow, return. And as you walk, the shadow outstretches and goes to attack Clover Blossom. And now we will... Clover, you will be surprised. Unless Pepper wants to use their reaction to go first.
Yeah, I will try to keep my shadow from attacking, or whatever. I don't know. It's the shadow on the ground?
Yes, it is outstretching from your body, sliding towards Clover Blossom.
I would like to. Can I run up to the shadow and try to catch it?
If you start running at it, is that what you wish to do?
Yeah. I would say, watch out!
It moves with you, and as it passes by Clover Blossom, it will attempt to attack Clover Blossom. And let me start around here. This is versus your agility, Clover Blossom.
Oh yeah, it definitely hits.
Alright. You take 9 points of damage, and that's damage. Now please notate your maximum hit points, because you also lose 1 health. As Pepper runs at you, the shadow stretches and extends and starts to go up upon the wall, but the light source shoots it off from the wall and it moves past, striking you, Clover, and you feel as its claws rip into the ground at your feet or something underneath you. You just feel this your life force just draining out of your body, down into the mosaic, down into the darkness and death. And as it slashes at you, it says, "Villainous heroics."
I just I just gasp in both surprise and pain, and look over at the shadow. Let's see.
And you
Can I
see the shadow on the floor with in the torchlight as it flickers. You can only make out some eyes and a mouth, but you see the form of the shadow. What do you wish to do? And we are in combat, so if anybody, basically the Nether Shade got a free attack because Pepper ran and caused the shadow to move with them. You can ostensibly tell that the shadow is connected to Pepper. So who wishes to go next?
I wish to go
I'll go.
last, if that's okay.
I heard MINO-Taur.
Yep. Now let me just check the range on this thing first. Range. Where's the range?
I know you weren't
The
expecting
range of the gun
this.
is 5 yards, right?
Yes.
5. Okay, let me see. Oh, okay, it's huge. This room's huge.
Dude.
Well,
I can move 4.
I have it. I don't know if it looks different for you because I have it like minimized a little lower. So that's your 4. It's a decently huge room. I mean,
Yeah.
18 yards across.
Yeah. I still
Yeah.
didn't reach it from here.
Bro.
It's too far. I'm just gonna say a shadow can only exist with light. Maybe try to destroy the light. Be my turn.
Who wishes to go next?
Me. What's that? Sorry, some shit fell on my desk. Hi.
Hello.
Seriously. Wait, you're gonna destroy the light? Should we distinguish the lights then?
That is what I said.
Okay. I'm gonna use my fuck, what's the fucking
Go square.
I'm trying to find the squid if I can think on my PDF. One sec. Because I forgot how the range 10 yards.
All right.
Dude, that looks easy. I'm a blast ward. I'm gonna aim. She's gonna aim her wand, and it's gonna go. I'm gonna distinguish that flame. Pepper, don't fucking move.
All right. Roll to hit.
I got 10 on the torch. Does the 10 have higher defense than 10?
10 on the torch. All right. So you take your wand, take a tear from your eye, and aim for the torch. You are able to extinguish this torch.
Chaba, and they say let be no light.
Yeah.
And once you do that, Chewsday, once you extinguish that light, you hear the voice saying,
Darkness, my friend.
and then you see Clover Blossom, the shadow attaches to you. The shadow attaches to MINO-Taur, and then to you, Chewsday, then back to you, Kuro.
Oh my god, it's a magic shadow. I didn't know a shadow could be magic.
It's Shadow the
crap.
Magic.
But not of the weird wizard.
That was Chewsday. That was your action. You still can move.
Oh, I guess I still, I guess, I don't know.
Clover or Kuro or Pepper, who wishes to go next?
I'll go next. As that happens, I turn to the group and I say, I'm not so sure that was a good idea.
We learnt so much.
Why did you stop me?
Should we make more light?
Don't know. The moment that there was some light. All right. I'm going. I say. I guess that from where I am, I cannot see the shadow.
Unless Kuro shouted, it's over here.
Okay. Then I'm going to say. Okay. I'm not sure if that's going to work, but I'm going to try. I prepare my bow. I move. I move towards the other light. Position myself, and I say, "Well, that at the very least did something. I'm not sure if it's going to work or not, but let's give it a try." And I'm going to shoot at the light to try to snuff it off.
All right. Roll to attack. All right, since you're doing a bow, let's see. Actually, that hits. Now make me just a d20 roll. A luck roll, if you will.
Wow.
Exactly as you wanted. It falls to the ground. The torch itself falls to the ground and rolls for a moment, and as it rolls, it is snuffed out.
I'm blind.
Who wishes to go next?
Is it still here?
Kuro, it is chuckling, it is laughing at your feet. It's,
See, the villains thrive in the dark. They're villains too. All of them villains. Pirate, a robot, a fae turn their back on their people to side with vermin. One, a goblin who turned their back on their friends. They're all just villains. We're all villains. We all thrive in the darkness.
Kuro is still just standing there, motionless. So, whoever is the last person to go, I would prefer to go last, if that's okay.
Pepper has yet to go.
I have my pan ready, and I'm waiting for whatever happens. I'm not going to do anything. I'm in waiting mode.
As Kuro stands there for a moment, she can hear the voices in her head again, and around, she sort of snaps out of the little headspace that she's in as she can see the torch rolling, the lights being extinguished, everything going dark, as she can hear it whispering within her ear. She's like, oh, so the voices in my head, they were real this whole time. That was you. I see.
It's finally good to meet you, Kuro.
You seem to have a strong conviction of what you believe to be right and wrong, heroes and villains, your own lust for some form of importance within this world. I see.
You heard them. You heard Brad. You heard them. You're a villain. But what is a villain but a hero who will do whatever it takes at any cost?
We may be the same in some regards, and some might see me as a villain, some might see me as a hero. But all I know has been what I have experienced, and I know that Brad is no hero, and I know that I am also maybe not fit to hold that mantle. But you had best believe that no matter what I deem myself, I will always do what I believe to think is right, and what I believe to be the best in the possible outcome. I have been kicked and trodden my whole life, and I have only known a few that I can call friends. So know this. No matter what, no matter who stands in my way, my quest will not end for those who have wronged me, and for those who have finally deliberated some care amongst me. And do not think that you will be able to do the same.
And do you have an action you wish to do, Kuro? It is still your turn.
Let's see. Kuro is simply going to... So the shade is attached to me, is that correct?
Currently, yes.
She tells everyone to sort of stand back for a moment as Kuro is going to move into another space over here a little bit further, and actually is going to cast Enveloping Darkness. And I know that there's a couple of beings here who have some form of dark vision, some form of whatever vision, but this space here, if I share it, creates total obscurement for 1 hour. I ignore this, but anything moving in or out basically cannot see, or you get lost in the space. So this area surrounding me is now entirely engulfed in darkness as Kuro simply sits in the center of it. And that will be my turn.
And the rest of you, the ones with dark vision, you see Chewsday right next to you, especially. You are right next to the enveloping darkness. You see Kuro move. You can follow the shadow move along with Kuro. And then she sits and casts her spell, legs crossed, her hands in a ninjutsu position as she casts her enveloping darkness, and it spreads around, and you do not see Kuro or the shadow anymore. Does anybody wish to do anything for round 2?
I have a question.
Please.
total obscurement. Is that something like invisibility?
Something, yes.
And the shadow, is it an angel, a demon, a fairy, a fiend, a spirit, or an undead?
Possibly one of the above.
Well, you see, I have something that, like, it could be that I can still see them.
Nice, nice.
Because what I do realize, actually, as I look around, is that, especially like Clover Blossom and Chewsday, they have like this faint glow for me. And I can actually see them like very clearly in the dark. But I mean, this is up to you if I can also see the shadow.
Oh.
In the total obscurement there.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna say so. It just sounds cool, even if I'm wrong.
So I would like to do, shit, I would go closer to here. I want to try something. I don't know if it's creature within 10 yards. Okay. This is within 10 yards.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm going to raise my fist and say, this didn't help. Okay, I'm gonna try fighting it with light. And my fist suddenly catches fire, and I wind up a punch, and I punch into the air, and the flaming fist kind of flies from my own fist. It kind of the fist kind of gets like fiery rings that like fly into the darkness, and like I try to punch the shadow with my flaming fist.
Roll to hit.
Oh, I'm getting errors here. Okay, I'm just gonna do a d20 roll there. That's a wait, that would be +1, so 8. So
You have any boons?
I think I do get. Wait, I think I do get a boon. Oh wait, I think I do get a boon because of enemies revealed. So yes. So that would be 13. I think. Yeah, 13.
Just a bit outside as your flaming fist flies into the darkness, disappearing to MINO-Taur as you see Pepper's flaming fist light up and shoot into the darkness. It disappears into the darkness. Kuro,
It's against its agility, right?
If it is, it's actually misses by more.
Oh, okay.
Just barely by more, but
Damn it.
yeah. The flaming fist flies through and disappears into the darkness and crashes on the wall. You can't see it in the darkness. As Kuro, you do see that coming through, but it's weird to describe all this darkness. Anybody else? This is round 2, and that was Pepper, your turn. Anybody wish to take the initiative? Otherwise...
I guess I could just take the initiative to move, and I'm just going to use my movement and then dash to go 8. Oh, it's making a circle because I'm pressing the control button. I'm going 8 squares that way. Just getting as far away from it as possible.
Running through the darkness, you hear the sounds of Minotaurs, metal boots crashing through the darkness. But, I mean, you all see him run away because you have dark vision. Who wishes to go next?
I can't see anything, I'm so scared.
I guess Chewsday? Me?
All right.
Chewsday is going to cast Light Healing on Clover Blossom.
Oh, how nice.
Aw.
So I'm gonna go I think it's 2d6. Oh my god.
Say goodbye to your middle.
Hey, I'm gonna heal you. Don't worry, your middle's not gonna be scrungled up like that other guy. That was.
Are you sure about that? I'm not.
I'm like 30, 130, 40, 20. Worst case
You don't even
scenario.
know how to count.
Nine, and I throw a tear like Blossom, which does the healing.
You're still missing 1 health, though, Blossom, but your damage is healed.
Awesome. Thank you for not taking away my needle.
I also move a little bit away from the circle because I'm scared.
All right. Anyone else taking the initiative? Kuro, Clover?
Kuro's just waiting.
I don't. Clover doesn't really doesn't really know what to do, so he's just gonna go Bert, which requires absolutely no action whatsoever. But I gain the fly and slippery traits while in that form, and I just take a few steps away and just wait to see what happens.
So alone in the darkness, Kuro, you and I. This is where you want to be. Lost in the darkness.
I am not lost. The darkness has always been there for me. Ever since those moments growing up, those moments where I locked myself in the room when I was forced into lockers by that one who deemed himself a hero. I'm never alone in the dark.
You're right. I'll always be here with you.
And you, as it seems, will always be here with me. So, do I really call myself alone? After all, you haven't pulled anything yet, and you've only been around me, so... If you think that this is going to scare me, change my morals, or make me think otherwise, you would be wrong. I entered this world as a nobody, just myself. And it's something that I have always known. And now, Dexter is here, and he is trying his best as he might. And although I might not say it to their faces, I've made a good couple of friends, I would say. It's certainly been tough, but at least there's something I can always rely on, and that is no matter where, there will always be some form of darkness to maybe center myself, to have a moment's respite.
this darkness, embraced this darkness, these friends, what would you be willing to do for these friends? Are you willing to do whatever it takes at any cost?
Kuro, from her pose, looks like a little deeper into it, her fingers touching the top of her mask. Anything, at any cost.
And they reach out towards you, Kuro. And you can see it, even within this darkness, you see the shadow meld into your shadow and then disappear. And the lights come back on, and the four of you see everyone once again, and everyone has their shadow except for you, Kuro.
I drop the barrier, or I drop the enveloping darkness, standing there, looking around as everything seems to be normal, looking down at myself and seeing that my shadow is no longer there.
What happened?
You know, I'm not quite sure myself. That voice, that shadow, that was very... how do you say it? Well, I must admit I have been hearing its voice for quite the time now. I just thought that it might have been some side effect of being summoned to this world, or some other malevolent force.
And you all see at the other end of the room, the shadow door lies open into a hallway of darkness.
Great. More darkness. Well, whatever we did, whatever you did, I guess we can move on. This is still a contest after all. We need to beat the good time boys.
Indeed.
I go back to normal Sprite. Zip. That was interesting, but yes, we should move on quickly.
Yes, Clover Blossom, that wasn't on the test.
I did not expect that either.
Oh god, we have no advantage. I thought we trained for something. Let's go.
Calm down,
Let's
calm
go.
down.
I am.
We're gonna die. We're all gonna die.
Don't panic. We got this. Especially you all. You're the heroes of destiny. Of course you've got this, right?
Yeah, I've been in worse situations. Let's go. And I go into the black ominous door.
I follow.
Oh god. I follow.
Kuro stands from her sitting pose as she also begins to follow, looking back at the wall at which she sat, and then looking down to her absent shadow before moving also into the next room.
Congratulations, you hear echo through, and you can hear Dexter.
Way to go, Kuro. I don't know what you did, but you did it. Quiet down. So, you were able to escape the first room, by means I did not expect. So, are you ready for the final room? Wait. What's this? A new challenger approaches. A substitute is going to take over for this one.
And then, Clover Blossom, as you all walk through this darkened hall, Clover Blossom, you hear the sound, the buzzing of a fly. You hear the chittering of wild rats. And we switch to you, Clover, as you stop in your mind. You have just retreated, left your comrades. You hiding in a cave, the sound of a fly, the rats, the bats. What do you say, Clover?
We see Clover surrounding by this and looking battered, wounded, walking with a bit of a limp as he looks around, thinks about the things that he has witnessed, the people that he has lost in the fray of battle. Takes a deep breath in. The silence interrupted of this cave, and he shouts, "Vermin Monarch, I come for your aid. We are losing the battle. Please. We need your help."
And you make that cry, Clover Blossom, and you snap back to yourself with these 5 others, and you hear the sound like rock crumbling in the distance. The rest of you, as you entered into the darkness, you saw within an opening that led to what looks like a barren earth, and as this crumbling eruption and the sound of rats fills your ears, you see rising from the rocks, you see this creature of centipede-like head, chest, splitting down the middle. You see rats crawling from its stomach, maggots dropping out. You see a thorax with green and brown wings curled up on top of the thorax. You see this creature, and as you see it rising out of the ground, it looks like you are shrinking down, and these walls are raising around you, and these walls look to be made of maggots writhing, and this creature looks down upon you all, and you hear the voice,
Call upon me. Defeat your enemies. Is it Clover, Blossom, you call me? Defeat the rot at any cost.
The walls of maggots start to crumble down, and you see coming from this monarch, these roots are with claws are just climbing over the maze of maggots, and as they do, these trees sprout up to life for but a moment and then wither and die with a purple and yellow. The sky above you turns to this piss yellow color as the rot starts chasing you. Run, run, escape the rot. What do?
What the fuck is happening?
Escape, escape, escape is what you wished for. Now escape, but do you have what it takes to escape at any cost?
I think we gave a bad description of what an escape room is.
Only in the Feywild. I start running.
I run.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, no, you all take off running, and you hear a voice, Chewsday, as you run, as you see the maggot walls kind of crumble around you. You see these darkened root-like veins in the ground. You run as this rot slithers behind you. You hear the voice, just you, Chewsday, in your head.
Why didn't you save your captain?
What the fuck?
Aren't you supposed to be a hero?
Shut up. Shut up.
What is it to be a hero, Chewsday?
I'm a pirate. I'm a pirate. Fuck.
Give me, Chewsday, a will roll with 2 Banes.
Sheesh.
Oh, Chabla.
Unsure. Well, one should not know if they are a hero. You indecisive pirate, but you have what it takes.
And Chewsday, a swarm of roaches kind of come beneath your feet, sweep you off your feet like they're coming out of the ground, and they sweep you up like a carpet and wave you further away. And then the voice to you, Kuro.
Saved your life. He died for you. Would you be willing to save him too?
As I have said before, at any cost, right?
But what if the cost is many to your one?
Well, That's a tough one, but I understand that I am no saint. I am no perfect being. But I know that I will do what I believe is right. And I will save my friend.
Give me a will roll with 1 boon.
Is that what you think? Do you really think you have what it takes?
And you see, as you all are running, you see Chewsday being swept away by roaches. Kuro, your foot gets stuck into the ground. Your next foot gets stuck. These worms are wrapping around you, pulling you under, and the ground covers up above you.
Ooh.
And as MINO-Taur, Clover, and Pepper try to outrun the rot, unless you have anything else.
Yeah, as soon as I see that Kuro is being held, I'm gonna stop. I have my frying pan ready. I run back to Kuro. And you see, like, from my hands, there's fire erupting, and it goes over into the frying pan, and the whole pan catches on fire, and it sheds like bright light, and I stand before Kuro and like try to hold the thing off.
Do you grab on to the frying pan, Kuro?
I do.
You do that, Pepper. You see Kuro being drugged down. Take your frying pan. We see this fire. We see a scene, your chest, like a fire starting to erupt within your chest. As you lean the pan down, you hear a voice, Pepper.
Playing hero now. Could not even stand up for yourself. You ran. You abandoned. Now what changed?
The group I'm with.
So what does it mean to be a hero then?
I don't know. I'm just a cook.
Because you are aiding Kuro here, I will give you 3 boons on your will roll, Pepper. Because of the situation, and if you are able... Oh yeah.
24.
And
My will is strong, my fire burns.
Your fire burns, and as Kuro, as you grab on to the pan and you tighten your grip, we see Chewsday floating along on the background on her carpet of cockroaches as they float around. We see the scene of you, Pepper, grabbing your pan as Kuro latches on. Your fire in your heart lights up, and then we see flaming wings light up on your back, and we see that. And MINO-Taur, you have been... Something has caught your eye during all that. There's a lake out of nowhere just to your right, and your reflection. You sit there, MINO-Taur. Your reflection, you're holding the scuff of Dr. Hero. You're holding the scuff of Yoshima. and you hear a voice as your attention sees that for a moment. You don't have to follow, but this is what you hear.
Are you programmed to be a hero? Do you have what it takes? Are you rescuing these? Are you returning them to your master?
I am a mechanism, a mechanical organism designed only for killing. I look at them, the forms of Dr. Hiro and Yoshima. But I am free. I am a mechanical organism designed only for killing. No longer. I turn from the vision. And I just try and force my way back to running.
You turn from the vision. You see Pepper with wings of fire outstretched, pulling Kuro from the muck. You see clouds of flies buzzing around, carpets of roaches swirling about, the visage of the Vermin Monarch in the background as the rot is creeping in all around you now. Nowhere to run from the rot, and you see Clover Blossom, the Vermin Monarch, looking down upon you.
Is it worth it at any cost to save your allies, save your friends? You turn to me to fight the rot, but what if the rot is already in you? Do you have what it takes?
I look up at the Vermin Monarch. And then I close my eyes. And take a deep breath. I did what I had to do. Fight. I turned to something that I've always found disgusting, all the legends, all of our beliefs. Told us that you were a threat to all beauty, a threat to all of our existence. And I understand. After everything that I have gone through, after everything that my world went through, we turned the blind eye to the real threat, and we let it spread. But we will not make the same mistake again. And I turn around, I turn to the group, and I see them struggle. I look to the side, see the rods slithering closer and closer, and I lift my hand, my tattoos, the symbol of my pact, light up a bright green neon, and from the soil coming and covered in all these vermin, a large creature emerges as I summon the winged hoary thing again to scoop them all up to safety.
And we see that. We see The ground erupts, all the creatures forming into your winged thing. Large creature wings flap, the Vermin Monarch staring down as the rot circles you, but the winged thing grasps you up and takes you towards the sky, and as it does so, the Monarch will tell you, you are ready. Know this, my disciple, my champion. A fair warning from your monarch. The slithering rot is here. It is here now. It has followed you. Be prepared to fight the rot. And the scene will go black as a hoary winged thing flies to the air as it curls its wings and then unfurls the wings. That is where we save the game.